The Tokay gecko, Gecko, is a nocturnal arboreal gecko in the genus Gecko, the trio geckos. It is native to Asia and some Pacific islands. The word Tokay is an onomatopoeia of the sound made by males of this species. The common and scientific names, as well as the family name Caconidae, and the generic term gecko, come from this species, too, from gekok in Javanese, corresponding to tokak in Malay. There are two subspecies currently recognized, G. gecko, that's gecko, and G. azari. The species, referring to G, is found in northeast India, Bhutan, Nepal, and Bangladesh, throughout Southeast Asia, including Cambodia, Thailand, the Philippines, Malaysia, Vietnam, and Indonesia, and toward West New Guinea. Its native habitat is rainforests, where it lives on trees and cliffs, and it frequently adapts to rural human habitations, roaming walls and ceilings at night in search of insect prey. This is an introduced species in some areas outside of its native range. It is established in Florida, in the United States, Martinique, the islands of Belize, and possibly Hawaii. Increasing urbanization is reducing its range. Whether the species is native but very uncommon in Taiwan, or whether the rare reports of individuals since the 1920s are based on repeated anthropogenic translocations that may or may not have resulted in established populations by now, is unclear. The Tokay gecko is a large nocturnal gecko, reaching a total length, including tail, of 25 to 30 centimeters, 10 to 12 inches on average, but some grow as large as 40 centimeters, up to 16 inches long. It is believed to be the third largest species of gecko, after the giant leaf-tailed gecko, Uroplatus giganteus, and New Caledonian giant gecko, Brachydactylus leachianus. It is cylindrical, but somewhat flattened in body shape. The eyes have vertical pupils. The skin is soft to the touch and generally blue-gray with red or orange spots and speckled, but the animal can change the color of its skin to blend into the environment. The species is sexually dimorphic, with males being more brightly colored with slightly larger than females. They have two visual pigments, a green, I'm not sure what that means, something max at 521 nanometers and a blue at 467 nanometers, which I'm assuming has to do with the frequency. It doesn't matter. It is a strong climber with foot pads that can support the entire weight of its body on a vertical surface for a long period of time. Compared to other gecko species, the Tokay gecko has a robust build with a semi-prehensile tail, large head, and muscular jaws. Tokay geckos are generally aggressive and territorial, and can inflict a strong bite. Though common in the pet trade, the strong bite of the Tokay gecko makes it ill-suited for inexperienced keepers. In addition, the strength of the bite depends on the gecko's size. Larger, usually male Tokay geckos, are capable of piercing skin, which often results in immediate bleeding. Females lay clutches of 1 or 2 hard-shelled eggs and guard them until they hatch. Communal nesting has been observed in Cambodia, with as many as 4 adults guarding the clutch of about 11 eggs. The Tokay gecko feeds on insects and small vertebrates. In captivity, they usually feed on springtails, mealworms, cockroaches, crickets, grasshoppers, locusts, and pink mice. In a study conducted in Thailand, researchers noticed little variation in the diets of males, females, and juveniles, which was likely due to low insect availability in this area. In southern Florida, roaches, caterpillars, spiders, and beetles were most numerous taxa present and common to the greatest number of stomachs. The male's mating call, a loud croak, is variously described as sounding like token, gek, tok-tu, toki, tokay, or tokay. Most of the time, the call is often preceded by a quick cackling, similar to the chirping sounds made by house geckos, albeit much lower in pitch. When threatened or alarmed, Tokay geckos usually bark while opening their mouths in a defensive posture. The Tokay gecko's call is also responsible for the name given to it by Filipino residents, tuko, and by U.S. soldiers during the Vietnam War, the fuck you lizard. Light and temperature can affect its vocalizations. The most frequent calling occurs in May at dusk, and the second peak of call frequency occurs in May at dawn. Vocalizations and associated behavior were strongly affected by ambient temperature in both the lab and field, and could thus play a role in regulating animal energetic metabolism. The Tokay gecko is culturally significant in many East Asian countries. Regional folklore has attributed supernatural powers to the gecko. In Southeast Asia, it is a symbol of good luck and fertility. It is believed to be descended of dragons. The species is poached for the medical trades in parts of Asia. The Tokay gecko is an ingredient in traditional Chinese medicine known as Geiji. It is believed to nourish the kidneys and lungs, beliefs that are not sustained by medical science. The animal remains highly sought after in China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Vietnam, Malaysia, Singapore, and other parts of Asia with Chinese communities, to the point where unscrupulous merchants have taken to disfiguring monitor lizards with prosthetics to pass them off as colossal Tokay gecko specimens. From 2009 to 2011, the poaching of Tokay geckos intensified because of a short-lived belief that they were an effective HIV cure. The Tokay gecko is quickly becoming a threatened species in the Philippines because of indiscriminate hunting, collecting, transporting, and trading in geckos without a license can be punishable by up to 12 years in jail and a fine of up to 1 million currency under Republic Act 9147, in addition to other applicable international laws. However, the trade runs unchecked because of the sheer number of illegal traders and reports of lucrative deals. Chinese buyers and other foreign nationals are rumored to pay thousands of dollars for large specimens because of their alleged medicinal value, or as commodities in the illegal wildlife trade. This species is protected under Appendix 2 of the Convention of International Trade in Endangered Species, CITES, meaning international trade, including in parts or derivatives, is subject to CITES permitting system. Tokay geckos are becoming more popular as pets because of their striking colors and large size. Most of them are wild-caught imports, but captive-bred ones are becoming more common. Wild-caught adults can be difficult to keep because of their aggressive nature and powerful bite, but captive-bred juveniles can be less aggressive if handled from a young age. When well cared for, Tokay geckos can live up to 15 to 20 years. Thank you for listening.